and yourself?
I'm well. So anyway, I'm so excited. I don't know why I'm so excited. But
I know I
anyway.
am too.
So anyway,
All is
so
well.
I am amazed by this special gift that you have. So please, but like we're not going to even hold this out. Tell us what it is that we are here for. Okay?
So basically, I'm here to witness gifts that have been given to individuals. I'm one of them. I'm sure there's many more out there. But basically, it's the ability to use universal life force energy to move tools and or objects and answer questions for individuals that may want to inquire about something dear to them and they just want to know a yes or no, you know. But in reality, to some degree, depending on the questions, the pendulum will tell an individual yes, no as a definite, but then it'll also say maybe. And if it gives an individual with the energy of maybe, you can also say, please confirm, and you'll see what the answer comes out to be. If it remains at maybe, it means that the, spirits, that govern that individual, may not want them to know right now, so
Okay.
the protectors, I should say.
So with this tool, you gotta
Mhm.
there's an order to it. Okay. Hi everybody, for those who are just coming on. This is Nikahiyah. What did you want them? What do you want them to call you? Are they calling you Nikahiyah when they reach out to you? I'm gonna try to
Yeah,
pull up this stream on another phone, but introduce yourself
that's
though,
my,
and
that's my,
while why we are here. You don't have to go through that whole spiel again,
yeah.
but just
Mhm.
introduce yourself on why we are here right now.
So my name is Nakaya, and I possess a gift that allows me to use my energy, universal life force energy that's been given to me. That basically allows, to give individuals yes or no answers. And maybes. It just depends. Like I said, if the person's guides, are hesitant on releasing a yes or no, they may give a maybe through the
Mhm.
tool utilized. But then also, they may also, clarify. If I ask to please clarify, to give a yes or no, or to stay at a maybe. And if it does stay at a maybe, it's just because that individual doesn't need to know the answer at that moment. So
Okay.
then we don't want to cross spiritual boundaries, when it comes
Okay.
to that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Um, so it's kind of like the same thing. I don't want to compare the two because your gift, I'm amazed by it. Okay, I feel like I'm like low grade in here. You know what I'm saying? You be showing out
No,
on me.
no, it's
Okay,
fine.
I'm just saying, like, but you said though, you said so. Anyway, so it's the same thing with me. I'm really big on order. Like when it comes down to my readings, and I'm telling you, like if somebody is asking me something and I'm not getting anything from it, so it's the same thing with this pendulum. Like if it's like we're not getting anything different with me switching decks, I said they
Right.
obviously don't want us to know.
That means the guides want it to stay the same. It's not going to
Okay.
change. Basically, it's like, well, in
Hi
in your
everybody.
case, using tarot, in your case, it's different because the guides are like, okay, this is what I'm letting them know, or spirit is like, this is it. You can't change, what is right now, and they'll have
Right.
you come back later. So.
Okay. So you just
Mhm.
okay. So we just not gonna force it. Okay. So okay, let's go ahead and I'm gonna stick to my script. What I got right here. Okay. So what exactly is you done said this twice. Okay. We do have some new people on. What is your gift? This gift right here. This particular gift because you have many. What is this one that we're talking about today and we're demonstrating today? What is it
So
called?
this particular gift is the ability to utilize universal life force energy. Everyone is given, gifts. Many people out there already have it, and they utilize it. And the key is, if you believe you have it or you tried it and, it kind of didn't, you didn't know. I've been doing it for a few years just with myself because it takes practice. It also takes discipline. but the energy allows any object to move. Like I can, even though I have one I'm gonna use today, I could take the one off my body, my neck, and it's gonna do the same thing because
Wow.
my energy is connected to whatever,
So you
whatever
can
I
pretty much
choose to
use
use.
anything. It is gonna start moving.
As long as I've harnessed it like kept it with me for a while
Okay.
and allowed my energy to sink into it, yes, it I
Okay.
can use anything. I mean,
Okay.
basically.
We're gonna get to that indigenous peoples of the Americas. We're gonna get to all her information. Just give us a second. Thank you so much to everybody for being here.
I
Okay, so when did you realize you had this particular gift? I know I just heard you say that you worked with it for some years now, but when did you realize like, oh snap, wait, hold on. Is this me? Is this
this
it? Like,
particular gift, this particular gift, I would say about 4 years ago, 4.5. But it's been certain things I had been able to do ever since I was young. But on a different note, it was more so I would tell people things and then it happened and they were looking at me as if, I was the witch or the warlock. I mean, but hey,
you
maybe
know how that
I
goes.
came to warn you. You
It come with the
understand? Or to
territory.
give information.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
the
now this just a little personal. I'm just throwing this in. This
okay.
out of the script. So
All
what
right.
about like current events? Do you kind of like I wonder if like with stuff that's just going on, like do you ask your
Yeah.
guys about stuff that's going on like just with current events like you know, you know what I'm saying, current events. Do you ever ask about just
I
I
can
mean this is
just
just or you feel like it's too much or you don't want to know.
no. I get information. Like I knew the president was gonna be the president.
Mhm. Okay.
And people didn't believe me. And then, it was like, oh, he
Okay.
came in, they put him out. I said he'd be back. Because the truth is I'm pro political, all
Right,
this
right.
different stuff. The truth is that I believe that source doesn't allow anything to transpire without it being a reason or a purpose behind it.
That part.
So at the end of the day, when I got, the notion that he would be, it's going to be because he's bringing awareness to what they're doing, even if he have to do it in a
It's a
inaccurate way
purpose.
where everybody
Mhm.
is like at his neck.
Yep.
It's still like bringing awareness to where we stand as a people, as a country,
Yeah.
indigenous individuals. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And really,
It was just more so
the
necessary you
melanin,
feel or
yeah, and the
you
melanin
know.
culture,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Melanin cultures, we're really all one. So until we open our eyes, like different things are going to continue to transpire. So
Yeah.
yeah, I get hits, but they just come, through, communication in the air, vibration, public service announcements. That's what I call.
Right. Okay, so about this service, are you
Mhm.
accepting new clients at this time? Okay.
I will, you know,
Okay.
accept individuals. Somebody trying to stop the, but
Mhm.
you got to shake
Mhm.
that off. So basically, I'm beginning to open up to individuals. I've done it with, family members, people who have allowed me, to do it with them.
Okay.
I'm not, on a platform. I don't have a website or nothing. I
Right.
don't do YouTube. I don't do, what are those TikToks and all the different
They'll
things.
just have
Not
to
that they,
contact you
aren't,
directly with the information
they
that
would
you're
have
giving
to
them today.
contact me directly.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So
And
if someone is interested,
I'm thinking about exploring a platform, but I think it'll
oh,
be a personal platform. I really don't.
I got you.
Yeah.
You just ain't made it there yet. You just like I'm keeping it
Yeah, because it's
kind of
timing. It's
shade tree
timing.
for now, and then when will get there whenever I feel comfortable at where I'm going.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Okay. So how
I
can
mean, it's not
someone
that
contact you now
it
if they wanted
it's
to?
not that there's an uncomfortability. What I believe
Hmm.
is I'm supposed to assist certain people. So it's different for people who use their gifts and then, they flourish in different areas based on what's designed for them. But
Hmm.
as at my age, as I consider myself a elder, So at my age, it's
Okay.
like you said no, but I'm over the 50 mark. So,
You're seasoned, but okay.
yeah, yeah. And I'm an old soul. So at the end
Yep.
of the day, it's
Yep.
just based on what I'm supposed to deliver and who I'm supposed to deliver it to. So
Right.
I can be reached at energy ENERGY the number 4, the word sure SURE
Let me put it right here.
dot knows KNOWS at gmail.com if a person wants to reach out to me. But I will say that it's a must that I ask permission to even, work with the individual, and I'll let them know because it's, if our teams are aligned, what I'm saying, they always telling everybody as above so below. If our teams are aligned, or even our,
Ooh,
generational,
I put it on the wrong one.
connections are okay on a different platform, on a higher platform, then I'll work with the person. So that's how that go.
Okay. Okay. So about this,
Thank you. Have health is heaven. Number one. Thank you.
okay, it says, okay, the what is okay, so can a client ask you a
Hmm.
question? I mean, what we already know, you're pretty much letting us know is you're gonna follow order and you're not gonna go past
Yeah.
boundaries and things like
No.
that. So what is an example of like a nay question that you're not, you just like that somebody can't ask, and an example of a question that they can ask?
A nay would be to invade someone else's energy that's connected to that person. So a person can ask me a question based on them wanting a yes or no answer on whatever they already intuitively believe, like as a confirmation,
Okay.
but in regards to, did this person, or is this person outside of me doing A, B, C, and D, instead of asking something to that degree, the question would pretty much be, permitted if the person I be dealing with, this person,
Right.
not in the aspect of,
What they have going on.
what they doing, or, are they
Hmm.
cheating? Are they seeing I mean, because at the end of the day, it's everybody's journey, right? And so
Right.
good, bad, or I'm just at a heightened awareness that whatever we allow to happen is we're supposed to get something from it, and many of us become angry because of the experiences, right?
Hmm.
But then you also have the power to say no and shut the door. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? So at
Right.
the end of the day, it's like calling all your energy back from the north to south to east to west: earth, air, water, fire, and spirit. You see what I'm saying? Protect
Hmm.
all that is in my being. So you can call whatever you need to call back,
Right.
So at the end of the day, it is what yes, indigenous peoples of the Americas, yes, it is free will. And so I don't like to cross nobody's, boundary of whatever. And we shouldn't either. You see what I'm saying? Like in our own personal lives, like whatever they're doing, if you get the red flags, you see the red flags, you move away. And if until you
Hmm.
strong, enough, you'll still just go through the same patterns, just as you demonstrate on your channel and letting people know it's the truth is the truth. So
Right.
you there's no blame.
Okay,
We
let
all
me
have
see.
been in
What are you
different spaces.
asking, Sanja? I don't know if I'm saying your
So
name
I want to
wrong.
know
I
if my soulmate initials MG is okay.
what so she I don't know if that's an example of something that's okay to ask or
If she want to know if a person is okay, are they, meaning, are they doing well or not? I mean, to what aspect?
yeah, can you elaborate on that, Sanja? Okay, let me put this email in here again. Hold on, let me see.
Oh,
While she's let me see what is energy for sure. I don't know if that's Sonya. It's pronounced Sonya. I'm asking if his name.
Sonya, that's what
Or,
it looked like, Sonya.
oh, okay. So she's asking if this person's name starts with MG. Like, so it sounds like this will be somebody that she doesn't know. Like, if what do you have to say if, like, if somebody wants to ask something like that?
I mean, if it's meant for her to know, it'll tell her. You
They'll
see what
tell
I'm
her.
saying?
Okay.
It'll confirm that. Yeah.
And it just like flat out. Or what they gonna do? What if they say I don't know? I mean, if they say
It's
maybe.
gonna be yes, no. It's gonna be yes, no, or maybe so. You know how it is.
Right. Okay.
Because when we connect with an individual that we're supposed to be with, right? And
Mm-hmm.
there's the difference between the twin flames and the soulmates.
Right.
So if somebody that we honestly supposed to connect with,
Mm-hmm.
then we gonna feel it, and then that energy that you're sending to me is gonna confirm, and or your spirit guides, and or the energy I possess is gonna confirm it.
Right.
So, and I'm starting to get the nose itching, so it's starting.
Okay, let's see. Hold on. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Hold on. Okay, let me get to the next question. Um, well, pricing. Did you want to run through pricing real quick, or what's the starting point? It ranges from this to that, however you want to do that.
So basically, it's not complex. So it's like, if a person was like, I just really have one important question, it's 777. If they got two, it's 1111. They got three, it's 1444. If they have four questions, they also get a three-card oracle pull or a runes pull for 2222. If they have um seven questions, they'll get a five-card oracle advice and or runes pool for 3333. And if they have 10 questions, they'll get seven cards and or a rune pool. It just depends on what they're asking for, and then what the guides lead me to. If they say, just do what you do, then I'll go to where I'm guided. If they request specifics, I honor that. So that's how it is.
Okay, you got a couple questions right here. Well, Core asks,
She say I don't want no twin flame. Just canceled that toxic energy. I
it
mean,
says,
so
does she use a dowsing rods? I don't even know what that is. Do you know what that
So
is?
I do have dowsing rods, and I just
Okay.
was brought into using the dowsing rods.
Okay.
But I've pretty much mastered utilizing anything that I connect myself to. So with that, it's the practice, right? Do the dowsing rods like work or interact with my energy? Yes, but it takes a lot of dowsing rods aren't something you just jump into. Like, you got to really like harness, your energy when using it, because they are high frequency, and it's
Okay.
not like you're not high frequency, is that you're going to a next level of using a form of energy, instrument. So yeah, it's not the instrument, it's the reader. So yes, when I hold them, it go like it's strong. So I have to learn how, what I'm saying, to balance my own energy using them. But at the same time, like I said, that's another form of obedience, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
another form of discipline when you're using any spiritual tool. And we touched on that a little bit, in a former
Mm-hmm.
conversation. Like, many people pick up these tools and can use them, but you got to be asking, do you have permission to use these
Yes.
tools? So
Mm-hmm.
let's just be clear, you know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah,
Okay. So you
and
got
so
one.
I
Oh,
I
sorry. Go ahead.
follow obedience. If they tell me don't use the dowsing rods, then I'm not. If they tell me it's okay to swing the pendulum or use anything connected to you, then that's what I'm gonna do. If they tell me I can read tarot for myself, I will. If they tell me don't do it for other people, I'm not. If I get
Right.
permission to use oracles, I'm
I
gonna use
love
them
it.
all day. I mean, do you
Right.
understand what I'm saying? Because it's
Period.
not a competition. We sit where we supposed to sit, and
That's
we
right.
deliver based on what we possess, that we can help benefit the next individual. And
Yeah.
that's how this thing is really supposed to be done.
Exactly. I like that. You got another question though. Okay. Health is Heaven one says, is it possible to find out how soon I will get a significant respite of peace before I have to deal with new devils? I don't know how many karmics are left to deal with at this point.
Oh,
I don't know if it's a mouthful. It's down in the chat.
so
It says, is it possible
okay.
to find out how soon I will get a significant respite of peace, sorry, before I have to deal with new devils? You got another wording on that? Health is Heaven? Maybe something shorter.
What's interesting is that, look, and no projection. I'm just speaking from experience because of my age, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we learn as we go through every experience. But if my
Mm-hmm.
life is chaotic, it's because I haven't come to peace with something within self.
Mm-hmm.
So I am what I attract. That means,
Mm-hmm.
I may be thinking literally somebody's trying to attack me, somebody trying to attack me, and that's a
Right.
subconscious like twine,
Yeah.
so I have to get to a space to where I'm clear and ask for removing. I might need to detox. I might need to, do some exercises to move energy. I might need to go to get deep tissue massages that
Right.
cleanses my glands. I might
Right.
need to fast. You see what I'm saying? So it's all that's dependent on, because at the end of the day, yes, we're all gonna be attacked, right?
Right.
To some degree,
Yes.
especially if you have gifts, or you're
Exactly.
a good
Yes.
person and you're
Yeah.
vulnerable, you're gonna be attacked, because that's how energy vampires, that's how they eat.
That's how they stay alive. Right. Yeah. So that's basically what she's asking. There's really no way, like,
Yeah,
as far as trying to avoid the warfare. You're gonna always be in warfare. It's just a matter of how you handle
yeah,
it, basically, is what she's saying.
and it
Sometimes just,
yeah,
let's say you need to pull back to reset, to gear up, to
and
even cut yourself
sometimes, yeah, I
off,
gotta
to
pray.
reset.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we do. We gotta pray. You
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Right. Right.
You
Okay,
know,
so let's see.
it is what it is.
Okay, so
People have peace. She said somebody passed away.
I can't see. Where you at?
Okay. That's what I've been doing the last
I
few
see
weeks. I
it.
did feel someone died off a few days ago. I
Oh,
don't understand that.
I think she was just making
And
comments.
then she said she's asking how long will she have peace
Thank you, Drea,
before
for
it gets
the
crazy
chat.
again in her life. We allow it to get crazy.
Well, that's what she just wrote. She just wrote and said, yeah, I get it. So that's just validating what I am already doing. I appreciate you. Thank you. So you just basically
You're very
confirmed that she's on
welcome.
the
You're
right
very
track
welcome.
for whatever her, the
Yeah.
warfare. Yeah. And it does get tough, like
It depends.
yeah.
The greater the call, the greater the attack.
Yeah. And one of the options is what do I
So,
always say? One of the options is bowing out. Immediately,
yeah.
life will change. Like if you go lay down
But
and say,
no,
you know what? I ain't doing this no
not.
more. I'm not fighting this
But
battle anymore.
if it's a part of our
You know?
contract, we still get shook until we wake up. So
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Look, we get sidetracked. Hold on. Let me get back to the
yeah.
thing. This is good. No, that's good. I like that. It just kind of just flowed in. Hold on. It feels like we're back on the Zoom call again. Hold on, wait a minute. Let's see.
Okay.
Um, okay, so let's demonstrate how this works. So y'all, okay. Uh hold on. Let me make sure. Okay, so what we're about to do now, y'all, I just want to make sure there was no more questions for you. Right now at this point. What we're about to do is I have a few questions that I'm going to ask right here. With you guys
All right.
witnessing this. So this is going to be a demonstration of what you will get beyond this on your service. Just this is just showing how this works and how she operates with using this tool. Okay, so Nikahiyah, I'll let you take it from here.
Most they already like it's jumping. Okay, most high God, are you present? Are the benevolent forces that reign with me present? I call on all archangel spirit guides and ancestors to protect me and Amethyst during this intervention. I'm going to and give and permission for me to tap into her energy. Can you do so, please? Amethyst,
Yes. You ready for me?
is her permission accepted? Thank you and gratitude. Please stop. Be still.
Uh,
Be still, please. Hold on. I don't want to hold it too close to me. Be still for me. All right, thank you. I'm
Okay.
ready.
Okay, the first question is my favorite color purple.
Please guarantee the clear, concise message for Amethyst, please. Is the favorite color that she loves purple? Please confirm. It's telling me yes.
Okay, yes. All right. You
Please be still. It's a lot of energy in this room. Be
it
still,
is
please.
because we're
Okay,
on
there
this
we go.
live. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Am I left-handed?
Is Amethyst left-handed? Is Amethyst left-handed? Please confirm. You left-handed.
Ask it again.
Are you left-handed?
Should I ask it again?
No. It said yes.
I'm not left-handed.
There's a lot of energy in this
It
room.
is.
Is
It's because
Amethyst
we're live.
left-handed? Look, it was
Look.
playing with you. All right, Holy
But now
Spirit,
it's
are you
doing
with me?
no
Come
right.
on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
let it
because
get all the way
remember,
still. I'm gonna let it get all the way still. I'm gonna let it get
remember
all.
when people be like focusing on it too, like when there's
I
other
know
energy in
it.
the room, you gotta
I
block
can't
any
help
other
it.
focuses. So we're gonna ask that any other focuses on this too be blocked. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, they can
It's the
send energy and
interference.
it'll try to move. So that's why I like to do things one-on-one with people where they can see.
It won't. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Because it said is Amethyst left-handed. It said no.
Okay. You might need to do the little thing before the next question again, like to block the extra. And then I'm gonna ask
All right,
this
let's
next one.
clear the energy. All right, here we go again.
Okay. Let me know when you're
Hold
ready.
still for me.
Okay. Was I born with 6 wisdom teeth?
Was Amethyst born with 6 wisdom teeth? Please confirm. It's saying yes.
I was. Okay.
Okay.
I got one more question. Since it
All
wasn't,
right.
let's see.
Hold still. Thank you.
Let me see. What's that mean? Let me just see. Oh, it's still moving. Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna wait. Do okay. Let me know you ready. I'm so anxious and ready.
It's ready. It's barely moving. It's just a lot of energy. I can see it vibrating on my side. It's so interesting when you with somebody that have a tool like this, you can see the energy that's just on top of it.
Okay. All right.
But it's not giving a it may glare like it's giving a wide, you know what I mean, range, but it's
Right.
not.
Okay. Do I own a pet?
Does Amethyst own a pet? Please confirm. Does Amethyst Rose own a pet? It's saying no.
I don't. Okay. So that's yeah. I don't own a pet. All right. Well, oh my goodness, that was just I swear that is the coolest thing to me. I don't know what it is.
It's interesting, I don't worry about like when the two like try to give an interruption or whatever, because it'll play with you too. When you learn it, it'll play with you. You
Mm-hmm.
see what I'm saying? And you'll
Right.
be like, no, but you just showed me this. And so you
Right.
have to know like when, to tell it, okay, no, clear, like the
Uh-huh.
energy and then repeat it. You
Right.
so it's not gonna be like anything other than like being in school. Like you
Right.
learn all parts of
Mm-hmm.
this as you go.
Right.
And it's really just about like saying, okay, I accept who I am, I accept the gift. It comes with the ups, and it could come with the downs. So you just have to be willing if this is what your call is,
Right.
because it's many people that do the same and use their gifts like we do. So
Yeah. Well, I love
it's
it. I appreciate you for allowing me to be able to ask you questions because we're here because I'm genuinely stoked about what it is that you do. I don't know, I'm fascinated with your gift and to actually see it. Like I've never been this close in contact with like
wow.
someone, you know what I'm saying, who uses a pendulum and I'm actually so like what did I just get like was this like a pendulum reading for me? Like I don't even know. Like what did I don't
Basically,
even know what I just got here. Like what is it called?
basically,
Okay,
basically,
well
that's exactly what it
I
is.
love it and I've never experienced that. So I'm appreciative of the journey and I am so
Yeah, me
blessed to
too.
have met you. I promise you, like I'm telling you, I just feel like that doggone Zoom call just opened doors. Like I swear, I met so many, and then Nikahiyah actually has booked a one-on-one with me before, and during that session is when I learned that she had this gift. Like she never even mentioned this gift. On the Zoom call, like for on Patreon. So the fact that I learned this, I was like, so like, wait a minute. And so I definitely wanted to do this on live and ask a few questions so that you guys could see how this works and she could leave her information for you all if
Mhm.
you guys are interested in that because it's like so freaking cool. And I mean, just the yes no thing and to see the accuracy of it was incredible to me because she didn't know the answers to my questions. Only I know the answers to my questions. And it's amazing to me. So thank you again, Nikahiyah, for being here. Again, if anybody is
You're welcome.
interested, I put the email in the chat, but it's energy spelled out the number four, sure. Energy for sure dot knows, okay, at gmail.com. And I'll still put it in the description box again so that you guys can reach
Mhm.
Nikahiyah if you are interested in that. She kind of ran some of the, you want to like kind of just touch base just one more time on just the maybe your lowest your smallest like little available package to the largest. You don't even have to go in the in between unless you want to just. I could put that information in the description box if you want me to as well after this. So
Okay. And then to the young lady, Health is Heaven one, just email me. Just email me. Because she was saying she want to get in contact with me, but she needs to wait. It's fine. I'm not in no look. I know from whence come my help, so I'm all right. It's just like what's gonna be is supposed to be. Like
right.
I told Amethyst, it's somebody that I was gonna come across even doing this with her today that I'm supposed to assist with some
Mm-hmm.
things. And I've
Mm-hmm.
set my call and who I am and what I do. It's not just about just the pendulum. Sometimes I'll get direct messages and then I just give them.
Mm-hmm.
My gifts work a little different. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I explained and shared with her that I was with a coworker and then I clearly heard, asked her, who is this person? And my guy said the name. And so I asked her, and she was like, girl, that's my brother. How would you know? And she my coworker, but we didn't talk in depthly about her family and her people
Right.
name and all this. So my gift is, it does what it does,
You
you
do
know.
more than
What
what you're doing more than that pendulum going back and swinging.
Mhm.
You're doing
and
more than
and
that. Is what she's
but I
saying.
asked.
Okay.
Yeah, I asked, the most high, I say, whatever is meant for me to do, I'm willing, just be present with me and take me through the process.
Right.
And I trust it. And I've been, like I told you, I started, the spiritual aspect, because, we all end up going under some form of religion or belief. And then once, the spiritual side start to reveal itself, it was around like 2010 to 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And I was giving messages to give the people that I was, congregating with. And they were looking at me like, you crazy. And then he would take me to the book and show me where Christ did certain stuff, and was like, look, it is what it is. So, what team you on? And it's just like,
Right.
we'll get moved around or set apart. And, because of that, um, some individuals take their gifts and use them for the betterment. And then some people may use their gifts or the chaotic part of this process, because that's part of their
Mm-hmm.
journey. So I stay on this side of the process
Right.
because I'm covered. I don't, I
Keep your
don't
hands
worry or
clean.
fear about, yeah.
Right.
But
Mm-hmm.
that was my call, right? To keep them
Mm-hmm.
clean. And so even through
Right.
that, I was tested. You see, so as anyone else, when you know that people have done certain things to you, and I learned that my tongue is very powerful, because the
Mm-hmm.
message that comes and then I'll speak it.
Yeah.
And just for individuals who are gifted and they are utilizing their gifts, to the best of their ability, hang in there. You know what I'm saying? Stay
Yeah.
strong in this process, because you're not by yourself, and it's a whole bunch of us that came to make this thing, that was transpiring down here, convert into what it's truly supposed to be.
Did you
So,
have any like were you hesitant any for those who are, we all have that little, maybe you didn't, but you have that little like,
which,
I don't know, is this am I supposed to be doing
well,
this? Is this okay? Or what are
well,
people gonna think? Did you have any
well,
like
based on
hesitant moments
based
or
on
like
what
self-doubt, anything like that? When it came down to you
well once
actually
it
saying, okay, I'm gonna do this.
well once it was revealed to me, of course, it's like, okay, is this a you, or, yeah, I mean, the source
Hmm.
of all, you know, or is this something that, somebody sent my way, like trying to, and I've seen, scenarios where individuals would get taken over by spirits. You see what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
so what my main focus was finding out who were the guides that rocked with me tough, who was protecting me, including my ancestors and family members that moved on, which angels had been covering me, because I've been through a lot, I've been through so much. Like, all I had was the faith, you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
something greater than myself. So with that, you know what I'm saying, I was being shown, and things were being revealed about who I was. And one thing for sure is, like, I was utilizing gifts before I even knew that they were gifts. Do
Right.
you see what I'm saying? So
Yep.
I learned a little different maybe
Hmm.
than some, you know. I just been out here doing what I'm supposed to do, whatever I'm called to do. And I do things, in my personal life, right?
Right.
Um, but with the reflection of the spiritual gift. And some people were seeing it, and I was just like,
It's nothing.
I mean,
It's normal.
so, your
Right.
dedication and hard work is always acknowledged.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
for those experiences where individuals may have identified who I was before I did, in some
Right.
cases they was like, oh, we gonna try to probably siphon your gift or take your gift. One thing I can tell you all, like, if the gift is truly yours, can't nobody take it.
Mm-mm.
Nobody.
Nope.
That's an illusion.
Yeah.
But that's what's out here. And so people be
Yeah.
running around in fear. Like, I was like, well, shit, if I'm up for the, excuse my French,
You're
excuse me the
fine.
little four letter word. Yeah. If I'm up for, the battle, so be it. And it was because I knew I had a good heart. It wasn't because
Right.
I just wanted to go to war. But then I told you, I had an intervention by an astrologer.
Hmm.
And he told me, he was like, I'm looking at your chart, like, wow, he's renowned, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, you here for spiritual warfare. And I'm like, what? So then it led me back to source, like, what you mean? I'm you know, and then I'm seeing me in dreams fighting on different planes, and I'm like, oh snap. And it's not that, you know, I feel as if I'm greater. Like it's just like this. There's some above me, some below me, and some that
That's
stand
it.
beside me. And
That's
I'm
it.
okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to break down nobody ranking. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But I just be like,
Mm-hmm.
respect mine because I'm gonna respect yours. That's
That's
it.
it.
That's
And don't try nothing for yourself
I,
and your own
I
safety.
I don't even want to speak on that.
I know it. I just had to throw it out there. I'll say it. It
But
wasn't me.
well,
It
you
wasn't.
already know you
Listen,
are
go
well,
ahead.
you are I feel sorry for the consequences. And I'm just saying because I really don't sit nowhere just because I know somebody targeted me. Like I can feel it when it's projected or when it's done.
Right.
Like because I didn't have people literally do magic on me. And walk into the store and say somebody's name and then they turn around like they seen a ghost. So at the,
Cause they,
I'm for
cause they
real.
were supposed to be
That's how
the
your
one.
guides let that shit go down. And so it's like, why would you look at me like you seen a ghost?
Well,
So,
hey,
you know,
they bad. They bad.
at the end of the day though, I don't have, you know, where I'm at, like I've learned and understood about who I am is that I don't gotta go stir a pot. I don't
Nope.
gotta go buy no chicken feet. I don't
Mm-mm.
gotta go to the commissioner. I don't
Nope.
gotta do none of that.
None.
All I have to do is
What
go
we
to the
doing?
creator and say, hey, they on my back.
Hey,
And
what I
for what?
look,
I don't
you
know
be on
because
the
I
phone.
have
Hey,
done
these
no
people down
harm.
here on Earth messing
You
with
see
me.
what I'm saying? Like, come on down here. You know,
Can you,
like come
hey,
on
can you
down
descend,
here.
please? Can you descend, please? Hello, is you? Can you hear me on the phone? Hello.
And thank
Listen,
you
you
to
gotta
your
laugh and keep
moderator,
on crying sometimes. You hear
Drea.
me? You
Thank
got to
you,
make
Drea.
light of it and joke about it, baby. Because if
Gratitude,
you
Drea.
don't,
You know.
if you
Hey,
don't
but
laugh
you
about
know,
it, oh
what's
my
a trip?
goodness.
What's a trip? It's a trip because some people are supposed to use the candles and I did that
That
in a
part, health
former
is
life.
heaven. Daddy, the karmic bullies won't leave me
I
alone.
did that in a former life. So I don't have to do none of that crap.
Right, right.
You see what I'm saying?
Listen, I done paid back too much.
I don't.
You know what we said in the zone, in the Zoom meetings. You know we covered a lot of this in the group Zoom meetings when we were talking
Uh-huh.
about past life karma. That is real. Okay, I just want
Oh
to throw
yeah.
it out there. It's real.
So
I have paid back so much karmic debt from previous lifetimes between my own and my
uh-huh.
bloodlines. I've been out
Right.
here fighting for my life. So I be damned if I'm finna
Yeah.
even halfway. I don't even want to get on the fence with it. Okay. I don't even want to like halfway go back and forth at the fence. Like, I
I
mean,
agree
we
though.
ain't doing that.
I
We're not
totally
doing
agree.
that.
And
Mm-mm.
so this lifetime and I'm let me just make sure I'm supposed because I don't know who on this live, you know what I'm saying, but is it all right to
What? Oh, okay.
okay. So I'll do it in front of y'all because see sometimes people be
Whatever
thinking
you
it's a
want to
joke.
do.
Hold on. Is it all right? Clarify. All right. So my bloodline stems from West Africa, just like many of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Couple of lifetimes, you know, I was a water elemental being before coming into human incarnation. So this lifetime, I had a guide that spoke through an individual that I met in 2021 when I didn't do past life regression. I did soul fragment retrieval.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a different process than what Kendrick Lamar be talking. Shout out to Ken. You know, talk about
Shout out to
LA
Kendrick.
baby.
Kendrick, I'm trying to
So
collab now. Somebody hit him up.
you understand me?
Anyway.
So basically, look, so basically, during the intervention, it was revealed that one of my Yoruba guides, Papa Legba,
Okay.
covered me. You understand? But there was an agreement that I would heal a portion of the matriarchic line, which because there was so much trauma. So I made an agreement to come through my mother's portal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here, but her mother had gave her away, gave her up for adoption. My mother passed away September 2nd, 2000. So it's been about 25 years. And I found her biological family, her biological mother, 18 years after she died.
Mm-hmm.
My conversation with her was based on forgiveness for herself, forgiveness for, the other daughter that she gave away,
Mm-hmm.
but also to understand the trauma that led to her giving her children away and to give her that opportunity to release that this lifetime.
Right.
And that was dictated in my communication with the young lady who did me and her, we did the soul fragment retrieval. And so with that, what I'm saying is this stuff is real. So we had the encounters we needed to have.
Mm-hmm.
And in my verbiage, I told her, your daughter, my mom passed, and it was ironic that all I did was spit in a vow, and then I matched your whole lineage. So now I'm understanding how it happened, why it happened, and just know that, you know, I don't know what transpired, but I wanted you to forgive yourself. And so one thing that she did do was tell me whatever she experienced was traumatic and that she really didn't want to relive it because it took her to go into receiving psychiatric care
Mm-hmm.
because of the situation. And so, I took her to eat dinner, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Got her some soul food, and she was about 84 at that time when I found her. And at the end of the day, it was more so like as an elder, if an elder tell you, I don't want to revisit A, B, C, and D, but I understand. And she said, as I'm gonna tell you like I tell all my grandchildren,
Mm-hmm.
keep believing in the most high God and the creator, and he's gonna guide your way. Now whether she accepted or understood my purpose for being there
Right.
was that didn't have nothing to do with me. See, that's
Right.
like when you did what you were supposed to do, but you
Yeah.
learned to pull back and allow it
Yeah.
to be what it was supposed to be. But I did let her know that forgiveness was real. So um here nor there, she ended up passing away last year in June 12th of last year. But it didn't evolve to the level, baby, maybe based on her acceptance of the reality. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to intervene with my guys in spirit and ask, hey, did I do what I was supposed to? They was like, yeah, job well done. I mean, you
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's just basically like a scenario I'm sharing so that you guys can understand like the differences of the other purposes of why we are in existence. So we
Right.
break chains and curses like
Mm-hmm.
you've talked about so many times before. My only other contract reality was that in a former life as a Cherokee Indian, I killed some people
Mm-hmm.
and I had to release their souls. Like my
Wow.
soul was still holding on to me. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's interesting and it's deep.
It's
So I
real.
just
I'm
thank the
telling
Most
you.
High God for covering me my whole journey. If I
Yes.
was to leave tomorrow, I'm okay. You
The
understand what I'm
same.
saying? But
That
but
part.
I'm gonna be present until the job is done. So I
Right.
understand transition. I
Right.
understand physical departure. My heart is not hardened or anything to that magnitude. My mother and my father both they left. One at my mother 43, my dad 51. So whatever I was supposed to get from them transitioning and leaving early, like
Mm-hmm.
they must have was like, go on and give it to go, you pass the torch to her, pass the torch, because y'all did. I mean, I don't know, but gratitude unto them too. You see what
Right.
I'm saying? So just,
We're
believe
just
in
going with the
yourself
flow
and
of
keep
things, but
going.
beauty marks. You'll have to like kind of watch it from the beginning to see where it just flowed here. We're not talking about, yeah, we're
Yeah.
just flowing with the conversation. We actually wrapping it up right now. Okay, so y'all
Yeah.
make sure to watch the playback of this video, so that you can see the pendulum service, pendulum answers, yes, no, maybe so.
Maybe
um,
so.
yeah, this is a service that Nikahiyah offers. Um, and I promise you, I just love Nikahiyah's energy so much, y'all. I always rave to her. Every time I talk to her, I tell her how like she has one of the most, like, if you are, I don't know, if you just need a big sis, I don't care, a little sis, a big sis, a mother,
Yeah.
somebody who's nurturing. She has that energy. Like, she's really that person. I tell her, like, she's one of the most, I actually said it on our last Zoom call, but I told her her energy is like one of the most,
Sorry, y'all.
she's one
My
of the
my
most
nose is
balanced
itching back.
Libras I ever met in my life. Like, seriously, because I've met some Libras. And I tell y'all, like,
I,
please don't get
me
it
too.
twisted. Everybody want to be the scale so bad, but everybody don't act like it. They all don't act like it. They're not all here.
You have to.
Okay. And she's like
Yeah.
literally like that energy, like in a nutshell. She is, I would hate to see her upset though, because it's like one of them. You feel me? Like, I feel like you can't be this nice, right? But I'm
I
just
mean,
saying, I mean, Aries is her opposite, so I would hate to see her unbalanced. I'm just saying.
well, and just say, just know that when you grow, you know what I'm saying, to learn.
Mhm.
It's like I explained, I got a Libra in 5 placements. So I'm a stellium, and then I'm just, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I'm a
Yeah,
Leo rising, a Cancer moon. That's that nurturing part of
yeah.
me, and then I'm a Leo rising, Cancer moon, Sag North node.
I
That's
just
that
feel like she
teaching and
connects to
philosophy
our
and
mothers. Like, she connects to
philosophical.
the divine feminine.
Yeah.
So, and if you really think about it, you really are like your energy with that Libra, that Leo, and that
I
Cancer being your
accept
big
I
three.
accept both sides of myself because I
Yeah.
operated in my lower self, probably Aries energy for a long time because I was angry.
Okay.
And still to a degree I'm a rebellion because I'm not just gonna let anybody just tell me any damn
Right.
thing. I mean, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Excuse my language, but
I
it
understand.
is what it is. And so one of the biggest two things was identifying like narcissistic behavior, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? And
Hmm.
red flags and like it was all kind of
Hmm.
little compartments that came along with my little spiritual growth, but it was like face to face. Like some people will hear about it, learn about it, and regurgitate it. I had to live it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And even to the degree to where when I was young, I grew up in the hood. You understand what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Up on the block.
Yeah.
And even then people used to gravitate towards me. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But I done held bodies in my arms, you know what I'm saying, till they turn cold.
Mm.
Real shit. So, you know what
Mm.
I mean? And
Yeah.
I had three, experiences this close to death. You know what I'm saying?
Woo.
One all it took was the
Yeah.
pull of the trigger. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So,
Woo.
and I done seen human individuals walk in that possessed an angel energy, like, hey, no,
Hmm.
untie her, man. Like, what is you doing?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
so
Right.
if you
You
can
done seen it
survive
all pretty
certain
much.
elements of life, y'all know, you know what
Yeah.
I mean, where your protection and stuff come from, and just don't ever
Yeah.
forget it.
Right.
But yeah, you are absolutely correct. Like when we turn up, shit, it be past
Oh, we
100
can start a
degrees.
riot,
So
right?
yeah.
Look, better smiling
Mhm.
and fellowshipping and all of that, right? But
But
anyway,
then
y'all, if
but
y'all do it now.
that's not the objective. But
No,
I try to maintain, but I do respect all aspects of who I am. I dress how I
exactly.
feel. If I want to wear a hoodie today, that's what I'm wearing. If I want to wear
That's
some sandals and a dress, that's what I'm wearing. I
that's
mean,
it.
it's about growing into who you truly are and
Yes,
being unapologetically you.
yes,
And
who
if
you
you
are.
can't do that, then I don't know. I'm sorry,
Sit with the
but
many.
class is
Sit with the
probably still
many.
in session.
You gotta sit with the
Mm-hmm.
many. But anyway, y'all, we're gonna wrap
Yeah.
this up. We've been on here now 54:40. Okay, on the time. Y'all make sure you play this
Okay.
video back. I'm gonna have the information in the description box of how you can email Nikahiyah if you are interested in this service. I'm gonna try to break it down as best I can. Just give us a few minutes after the live for her to get the information to me so I can place it in the description box. But the email will be in there instantly. Okay, we actually dropped it in the chat a couple times. Thank you, Drea, for being on here as a moderator. I
Thank you,
appreciate
Drea.
you. Hi, everybody who's coming in. Please go back and watch the you want to see something cool, go back and watch the video. Anything else, Nikahiyah, before we get off of here? Anything else you want to close with? I've said all of my closing remarks.
I just give gratitude and I ask that all archangel spirit guides and ancestors that's connected into this, this place in this space right now, that they disconnect any energy that does not belong to myself and or Amethyst Rose, and that we be guided in all rights and ways to do as if we've known what to do. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes,
Like, because at this point ain't no turning back. Once you know, you know.
that's right.
So send love to all individuals that's on this platform. Allow it to be peace in their lives, and
Yes,
allow them to prosper in whatever area is meant for them.
yes,
Ashe, namaste.
yes.
Amen, amen, amen.
Man. All right,
Yeah.
y'all. We love y'all and we'll talk to y'all next time. Thank y'all for joining us.
Mhm.
Bye.
Peace.